Hello again, you're with View from Stormont. They say every cloud has a silver lining, but for one business in the south, it's proven to be gold. In the past 6 to 9 months, the company has seen a 70% increase in the number of people from Northern Ireland buying gold. Why? Because of the financial uncertainty being created by Brexit. There are fears that crashing out of the EU without a deal could lead to a major drop in the value of sterling. Seamus Fahy is co-founder of Merrion Vaults. Why gold, Seamus?
Yeah, well, generally what we've seen, as you said, over the last 6 to 9 months is probably an increase in gold demand of approximately 70%. And most of these customers are resident in Northern Ireland. And what they're telling us is that they're worried about, a significant weakness in sterling versus the US dollar or sterling versus the euro. So what they're doing is they're coming down to us, they're buying physical gold and they're storing it in our safe deposit boxes at Merrion Vaults.
Warren Buffett famously said, gold produces nothing and it pays no dividends. So why would you buy it?
Yeah. Well, that's his view, but if you look at price graphs historically, you'll see that in times of crisis, people tend to flock to safety, and they buy kind of fairly stable and secure assets, and gold bullion would be one of those. And also, they flock to Swiss francs, US government bonds, but a very popular choice would be gold bullion.
When you buy gold, is it a bet or an investment?
No, it's seen as a long-term investment. Once again, if you look at the price graph of gold over the last 10 years, it's risen substantially. And as I said, it's a hedge. In times of crisis, a lot of asset classes tend to fall, whether it's house prices or stock markets. But you'll find that historically the price of gold rises because of that flight to safety.
And who are the people who are buying the gold?
Well, it's a cross-section of customers from Northern Ireland, to be honest. Whether you're a small business owner or you might have some savings in the bank and you're worried about a significant devaluation in sterling, people are buying that asset class. And if you look at, even before I came into the studio today, sterling versus the US dollar is at an 18-month low. So if you bought gold bullion 18 months ago, you took that sterling out of the bank, bought physical gold, stored it in a safe deposit box. That money is worth a lot more today than it was 18 months ago if it was still sitting in a bank account.
And are these people right across the age spectrum?
It tends to be an older demographic. So we're probably seeing people 35 to 40 years plus who would have obviously more savings than the younger demographic.
And given the political uncertainty at the moment, presumably it's going to drive more people in the direction of wanting to buy gold.
Oh, absolutely. Even this morning, with Theresa May likely to postpone this Brexit vote in the Houses of Parliament, we've seen significant demand just this morning. And the price of gold in sterling is probably up about 1% today because of that.
Well, she has also, I can tell you, confirmed that there will be no vote tomorrow. So is that likely to have another positive effect on the value of gold?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's, as I said, it's a flight to safety.
A flight to safety, but for how long?
Well, crises, you can never tell how long they're going to last. But generally our customers, they see gold as a long-term investment. It's not something you buy today and you sell tomorrow. They're literally renting safe deposit boxes with us for 1 to 3 year terms. So it's a long-term investment for most of these customers.
But 1 to 3 years is actually, I would have thought, quite short-term in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, but a lot of those will renew their safe deposit box rental after that and continue to store that gold bullion.
What happens
Unless, of course, they need to get their hands on that asset.
What happens if the crisis that they think is going to happen doesn't actually happen? Is gold still a good investment?
Absolutely, long term, it's seen as a very steady investment. But as I said, most of our customers, they see it as a hedge. There's a saying that invest 10% of your wealth in gold and hope you never make money. Because if you're not making money on that 10%, you're making money on the other 90% of your assets, whether it's your home value or any other investments you might have.
Are we the only people who are buying increasing amounts of gold? What about people in the Republic itself?
Yeah, in the Republic we're seeing it as well, but certainly over the past year, the percentage increase has been more from Northern Ireland. But we also have safe deposit box facilities in the north of England, in Liverpool, Newcastle, and Glasgow, and we're seeing significant increases in gold demand there, but not as strong as the demand coming from Northern Ireland.
Seamus Fahy in Dublin, thank you very much indeed. And that is View from Stormont for tonight.